Most look at my glasses. Don't touch nothing, Daddy, because you got, like you said, you got a little shortage. Oh, please don't bother. Oh my God, don't bother. You ain't turn yours on? Yes, baby. I can't believe we got new phones. High butt phones. I know, but it's still high. Then you had sent me the lady that had all the military, she had all the nice stuff. Hey, Pops. There go my father-in-law. All the stuff she had made from Maple House when I got these glasses. So I'm going to tell them about these glasses.
Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something.
Pops said, hey, family.
Oh, come on.
But why Pops called me when he saw that picture of his grandson? He thought he was home.
He don't never call me. My dad don't never call me.
Because you ain't going to answer. He already know he wasting his time, baby.
Never.
You don't pick up.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Robinson? Yeah, my daddy never called me. I'm in my feelings.
Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power.
Pops, you don't call him because he don't pick up.
Also go to power1089.com to get all of
I pick up.
Power.
Hello, it's Wednesday.
They want to know about your glasses.
Ooh, y'all.
Who opening the show, me or you?
You know we talking. Hey, Varney. There's Varney on here.
What up, Varney? Check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Don't make me start spitting some bars, baby.
That's not gonna happen.
Our love is a beautiful thing. You know, I start singing on it, baby. We should see more of it.
I thought you meant some rap bars.
Oh, I can. I do some of my city girls are Megan Thee Stallion, baby. Megan said, don't tell them you with me. Don't let them know you with me. He think he the one. He a part of the team.
Yes.
Ready?
You ready?
Pop said, you don't talk to him. Hello, everybody. Turn my mic off, y'all.
We back.
We are.
20 years of counting.
Yes, sir.
Latasha and Michael. Today, how to express your feelings.
Yes.
And I was in my feelings when I read that topic too.
Yes, because you thought it was something bad.
Because people been saying, our viewers have been saying, you've been going hard. Like,
I mean, I like to get the hard stuff out the way.
But you was on me.
There's so much good. And it wasn't really blame game. That's just because we've had a couple of things happen recently.
You had people thinking I was an alcoholic.
No, Daddy. No, you just don't know how to act when you've had a little too much.
Yeah, like I come home and beat you or something.
Oh, please. In what life?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Not this one, baby.
We can box now.
I will boil the hot grit. You know, I don't even play them games, baby. I don't even play them games.
I just always think about
you think I'm crazy.
You are crazy.
I don't even play them games, baby.
I just think about you putting some dope in my car.
Yeah.
Sending me out of town.
Calling the popo.
Federal charge.
Yes.
I can do time.
Cross the state line.
I can do fair time.
Welcome to our podcast.
It's that Martha Stewart time.
20 years in counting.
How to express your feelings. Yes. And what was the other part to that?
Don't get even.
Oh, yeah.
Get equal.
Get equal.
Yeah. And that's just, don't try to do payback stuff. He didn't say something nice to me, so I ain't gonna say something nice to him. He didn't love on me the way I wanted him to love on me, so I ain't gonna love him. No, don't get. But that's
the golden rule, I thought, right?
No, I mean you treat people the way you want to be treated, but two wrongs don't make a right.
Where you get those glasses from? That's what people want to know.
Okay,
talk about the glasses real quick.
So
you got a new sponsor?
No, I ain't about to say all that. So Freddie Jackson was in the studio.
Yes, a couple weeks ago.
And so he invited us. Hey, Leslie. He invited us to the Maple House to see him do a show. So we walk up to the Maple House. Now, we haven't been to the Maple House in I don't know how long.
Yeah,
and there's all these vendors out there. Yeah, since Boys to Men. One, he got the fly shades. There was another one. Oh, my God. She had all the jean and the camouflage.
Yeah, that was nice.
Oh, she had some fly vintage stuff. So when I saw these, I was like, those are me. And
Why
I
are you
am
looking at
about to
yourself in the mirror
get
like that?
them. And so, you know me, I'm always trying to get the discounts.
They look great on you though.
Thank you. He gave price. Of course, I talked him down another $5 or so.
You got 2 pair of glasses.
We
I
did.
got some too, but I don't wear them. Like I don't like wearing shades.
And I wear Michaels because he don't wear 'em.
I
A
can't
nice
wear
pair
'em
of
because I
Ray-Bans.
wear glasses.
Right. But that's why I'm gonna get you some nice glasses with some tint, with transitional lens.
That'd be cool.
Yes.
I love the transition.
So we're talking about expressing your feelings.
yes.
And not getting even, but getting equal with
I
each other.
think even
Tell me what you
today,
think.
after 22 years of marriage,
Yes.
I don't think like I express all of my feelings to you.
Why?
I don't know because
Are you
sometimes
afraid to express your feelings? Dad? Tell me why you don't express your feelings. I mean, I know it's tough. It's tough for me too, because a lot of times if I express my feelings, I want them to be all good feelings.
right.
I want to say that I love you. I want to kiss on you. I want it to be all good, which is not always that. I think we're scared to really express our feelings, but I will say this, Daddy, if you don't, and your feelings harbor, if you feel a certain way about something, be it good, bad, or indifferent, and hopefully it's good, you gotta say it.
Yes, usually when it's good, I'll express.
Yeah.
I will express the happiness of where we are in our life. Like I've always been I'm the optimist of the family, as
You are.
everybody knows.
You are. You're
everything
very good
is
with that.
yeah, everything is going to be okay. We're going to get
Right.
through it regardless of what it is.
Right.
However, for a long time, I've always buried my emotions. Like I don't let anybody see.
Really how you feel.
Yeah,
Do you think that men do that in general, Daddy?
I don't know. Some people may be more open. I'm just talking
Right.
about me, myself.
Be more sensitive.
And
to
I think it's
different
because
things.
I don't know if it's because of what I do for a living, as far as
or what
radio,
you've gone through. Sometimes it could be your past.
what I've gone through, like
Right.
been through a whole lot of stuff
could be your
emotionally,
past,
you know what I'm saying?
right,
Especially with
right.
family members.
Right.
Our roller coaster that we've been on for the past 26 years or
Right.
so, it
And
gets
then
to a point to where when I think about something bad, I just have this great sense of, okay, how do I flip that
And
around
overcome it.
and be able to smile
And
because
you've
I know everything's
always
gonna be okay.
You've always been so good at that. I think emotionally, when I say, expressing our feelings, like we said in the past, we didn't have a lot of examples of good love.
Right.
And so we were not always taught how to express our feelings. I've always felt like Evelyn loved us. I've always felt like Evelyn did whatever she needed to do to make sure that we were okay. But she was not always that, go get her type. Let me kiss on you, hug on you. I mean, she was always good.
I don't know if LaDon was like that.
If she was affectionate, but we didn't. I think what we've created for each other is something that we've kind of done on our own. And we try to be very intentional with our feelings, as far as trying to make each other feel appreciated.
But something about us though, if you
Mhm.
think about it, we've never, well, I don't say I was the lovey-dovey type. Like
right.
we didn't have to be out in public kissing and doing all that kind of stuff.
No.
When we're especially now,
No,
like
we
if
don't
we're
do
at
that.
home.
If we see that, we'd be like, oh, get a room.
Right. When we're at home, we're not laying under each other.
Yeah.
Like you got, when we
Right.
sold the house, we had that, had that big old bed. And even with that big old bed,
Oh my
you had your
God.
side, I had my side.
Right.
You
we had a
slept
sleep number.
you slept on 35, I slept on 100.
Right.
And
You
even
liked it
in
hard. I liked it soft.
yeah, that's what she said.
But yeah, and even what, Daddy? Finish what you were saying.
And even now,
Mhm.
like let's say we post up at the crib and we watch something on television together. Either I'm on one side of the sofa, you on the other side of it. So we don't have to be up under each other.
No.
You know what I'm saying? To express our feelings
But I
for each
think
other or our emotions. And even now,
Mhm.
we talked about this the other day. Even now, if we're home together, it doesn't necessarily mean we have to be up under each other.
No, I think us being within each other's shot, being in each other's space.
Earshot meaning you can
You
call
can
to
hear
get
me.
something.
Yeah. I mean, I think that means a lot to us now. I think we've gotten so much better with expressing our feelings.
Yeah.
I think one of the things that, stand out for me is you never really want to hurt somebody you love, but holding things in, Daddy, it can hurt you if you're not able to express yourself, your feelings, and be yourself. And we say this all the time. One thing about being in a great marriage and a great relationship is being able to be authentic. So when you've got to pretend, that everything is okay, pretend like you're okay with something, you like something, it could be anything, touch me, anything, when you pretend that that's okay and you take that, that's a problem for your inner spirit. And sometimes women, we lose ourselves in trying to make everybody else happy. And so we do refrain a lot of times from expressing our feelings. And so when things start to get rocky, sometimes we feel like we want to get even when we really should just be getting equal.
And that's when you say that, it brings a great point, because a lot of times when we express our true feelings, it's always an argument.
Yes.
It's always an argument.
Right.
About something that probably had nothing to do.
You're trying to get even. You throw a jab, I throw a jab.
Exactly.
And you're not being equal.
And then all of a sudden, after the argument, and you make up because of that argument, now you're in your feelings like, well, why did you say that?
Is that how you've been feeling?
Is that how you really feel
this whole time? And so that I say you got to express your feelings. I think we've gotten better with that as the time has gone. And I express that to our listeners. You may feel that it is hard to do, because you don't want to hurt the one you love or even the one you're courting. You know what I'm saying? If you're courting someone and you want to get to a point of marriage or committed relationship with a partner, you kind of fall back a little bit from really being honest and expressing your feelings. But sometimes, I feel like I'm pretty blunt.
Not pretty.
I'm pretty blunt. So sometimes I have to think about that. Everybody can't take that the way I dish it. And so sometimes I do have to think about what I say before I say it. Even though I'm expressing my feelings, I do have to consider your feelings.
And like we talked about last week, when you make those rash decisions or those rash comments or say something that you probably should hold on to and not say because you're trying to get even, then you got to start thinking, okay, that affected him, but who else could that possibly affect? Because now I'm just lashing out and saying things that probably should be discussed, but not at this moment.
And good things when you're expressing your feelings. I think it is important to say not just the bad things, but also the good things. You are, you are so good at that. You sometimes, you will tell me constantly that you love me all the time. And sometimes I respond. And if I don't respond, you'll say, didn't I just told you I love you?
Right.
I'll say, I love you too, Daddy. Like I'm expect you to already know that. But I've learned that that's something you like to hear. And and that's the way that you express your feelings. I express mine a little bit differently, and you have to respect each other in the way you express them. I express my love a lot of times, Daddy, by the things that I do for you.
Right, it's your actions. Because I'll be honest, like just a prime example. Tasha just mentioned that she's got to go to Target after today's show, and she's got a couple of things that she needs to pick up. And the first thing she says is,
Daddy, do you need anything from Target?
To me, that's her showing or expressing her feelings because she asked. You know what I'm saying? When she does those things, fellas, like it's not always it. And don't get me wrong. Yes, you love to hear your spouse say she loves you.
Right.
You want to hear that. You want to, you want to feel the love,
the gratification of it.
A lot of the other, it's really those smaller things that sometimes we chump off, but those are the things that make the big difference.
Right.
For me, example, that's when we go back and talk about when I knew that I wanted to be with you was the Greenbrier story, the finale story.
Right.
Was that I was at finale,
that to me is an expression of my love.
Of your love. Because if you didn't, I'm just looking out for me, that showed me that. But even in that instance, that early in our relationship, that spoke to me and says, wow, she was out and she thought enough of me to pick something up for me because of that. And that's it right there.
And for me,
it's always been like that for you.
I am one when expressing my feelings, I go all in. And I think a lot of people do that and they have reservations about that because they feel like they put this block and this guard up.
Yeah.
You know, and that I don't ever want to do in our relationship.
Because
I don't ever want to pull back from expressing my feelings. Bad, you know, I don't want to feel like I got to put a wall up or I got to block myself from going all in on our marriage, on our relationship. I think some people feel that way a lot of times because they feel like if they go all in, then they may be giving up too much of themselves,
right.
And then they have really nothing to hold on to. Let me tell you, if things go left, they're going to go left anyway. Go all in. I feel like you, and I think that's a thing that people just kind of they toy with a lot of times and expressing their feelings. And you might think it's too much. Like it always used to be the question: did he tell you he loved you first?
Right.
Who says I love you first?
Right.
You know, if she says it first, you got her
wrong. Yeah, she want me.
If he says it first,
oh, you sprung.
And
crazy.
I used to think this was something that always stuck in my mind. Find you somebody who loves you more than you love them. And I don't know why I've always felt that way, but that was something that I kind of lived by for years when I was younger. Whoever I be with, they gonna love me more than I love them because I'm gonna do the Taylor Swift on their ass and write a song and keep it moving.
And every
write
time,
a song and keep it moving, baby, because Taylor Swift don't even play them games.
Every time we
Tay-Tay.
argument, every time we got to an argument, you would always bring that up back in the day.
I felt that way. And I felt a little bit pulled back from going all in. Oh, thank you, Mary. I work with Mary. Today is her birthday. Happy birthday, Mary.
Happy birthday, Mary.
Mary's an underwriter with me now.
Oh, there she is, Mary Townsend. I see it. Happy birthday, Murray Townsend. That's how you say it if you're from DC.
Murray Townsend. If you're from DC. Yes,
but yeah, expressing your feelings. And sometimes I think you made a valid point when we talk about expressing your feelings. A lot of times it's not the mushy feelings.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to really talk about how you feel about a certain situation.
Right.
And we've had conversations before about, especially when I was in not tight situations, but with my family, you know what I'm saying? Like with my mom and with Pops, and when Pops was going through his thing, and little Sterling. And man, when I'm going through this stuff, for me, emotionally, like I had so much, it was just like, okay, it happened, it's over with. Let's move on to the next.
Right. But I think that was one of the ways you dealt with things. Hey, my sister-in-law on here, she says, sis, so fly.
Who that is?
These
Michelle?
glasses, yes. But
Michelle, why you on her post?
I think, Daddy, because you had so much turmoil early. I mean, your life was different from the average person. You came from a place of pretty much, taking care of yourself and dealing with a lot of loss and a lot of death in your family and a lot of, the drug abuse and different things that you had in your family. So you dealt with things a little different when it came to your emotions.
And the thing is now, I think I still deal with it the same way.
I think you're past, but I think you've gotten better over the years.
Because like we say, I'm not the type of person in our family where, I have to talk to my dad or my brothers or my sister every day. I don't have to do that.
Right.
We don't express our love that way, and especially in the world, the day and age of social media, if Michelle likes a comment or makes a comment.
We see our nieces on there. We see our nephew posting pictures.
When we do that, we
understand. It's a connection.
It's a connection right
that
there.
We have.
And even with that being said, I don't talk to Michelle all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We may randomly call each other, but that's just the way we express
But the love
ourselves.
is there.
Yes, that's the way we express.
That doesn't dictate the love, but y'all express y'all feelings that way.
But then on the other side, though, I want to talk about it on the other side, and we just talked about it a second ago when you broke my joystick.
Yes.
And
I did not
said,
mean to do that.
Yeah, she broke it. It's all good. Don't worry about
I pulled
it. You're
it
fine.
too hard.
Yeah.
Okay, Daddy.
How I wanted to go in this direction because I wanted to say you can't tit for tat.
No,
you can't tit for tat.
And that's the thing about getting even, not trying to get even, but getting equal.
Right.
And respecting each other in a sense where your feelings, how you feel, I have to recognize and respect that. my feelings, how I feel, you have to recognize and respect that. And they will not be the same.
So,
Know that. Your feelings, you won't always feel the same about everything.
because now I'm going to throw you under the bus. You've been throwing me under the bus for the past 2 weeks.
Come on with
Because today we talk about, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about not getting, what we say, don't get even, get equal.
Yes.
Well, you try to get even today.
I do. How'd I do that
Because
today?
you broke my joystick.
I will
right?
do that. Oh, yeah.
You broke my joystick. And
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You broke my joystick. Wow. Okay. And then we talk. And then you come back and say, I pay for everything in here.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell I got to do with
decorated
anything?
this because I wanted to let you know, and that was
But that was
getting even.
that was
not
getting even,
equal.
exactly.
A prime example of that. I wanted to let you know that little joystick don't have nothing to do with all this that I've already done in here. Mirrors, clear glass shelves, pictures. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's all I wanted you to know. That don't get mad about that little joystick because I have really furnished. You got bar stools from Ballard's. You got $400 bar stools in here. Yes, I got them at a very
They were
discounted
overpriced,
price.
yeah, and they were overpriced. They're very overpriced. But that's a prime example of us trying to get even. And what was the
Michelle said that was a reality check, not getting even. In case you forgot that I bought this stuff.
Sit down, Michelle.
Is that right?
In case you forgot, yeah, I see that right there. But no, that's a prime example of
Right.
when we talk about expressing our feelings. For me, what I would think about when she says that is, I paid for all that stuff in here. Now I'm thinking, is that really how she thinks? Is she really gonna go that low
That
and stoop
petty.
that low
Is she
and
gonna be that petty? And sometimes you
to be
will
this
be
or that?
petty. I mean, that we always say we are not perfect. We can get petty. We can get petty.
But that's the part where I say, and we talked about this 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Right.
It's at a point to where, you know what? We need to grow up and stop doing that.
Because we
shit.
old.
We're too old for that.
But
Take responsibility because you did it. Now,
Right.
mind you,
right.
you quickly corrected it because
Yes.
once you got your little shot in and said, I paid for all this, you did come back and say, okay, Daddy, I'll buy you another joystick.
I'm sorry.
There was a reality check because you knew I was getting ready to, I will tear this place up.
Bye. But for real though, Daddy, I think that we have gotten better with expressing our feelings.
Yeah.
I think that it comes with maturity. It comes kind of learning your mate and learning your partner and knowing what make them tick a lot of times. And that takes time to find out, I love you all the time. I mean, sometimes I realize, the love that I have for you. I can kind of sense. And sometimes for me, it's not so much as the words. For me, I am and I have always been an action person. Okay. So for me, it's love, Daddy, where you want to go, what you want to eat, what do you want to do? I can tell, like, you get antsy. We like to travel. And so I last couple of Tuesdays ago and booked us a little short trip to the beach because I know how you are. Now it's time to book a trip to Vegas. You feel very comfortable when you get that book. You're excited. You're happy. That's the kind of love and expression of my feelings that I do with you because what I want to make sure is I'm doing everything in my power to make you happy. That's how I express my love. It's not so much about the words
right.
for me.
And it's fine. And that's cool to me. And for me on the other end, I express, even though I am the type of person to remind you on a daily basis that I love you. I am the type of person that will slap you on your butt every now and then.
Yeah,
I am the type of person that'll kiss you on your
tell
forehead.
Me I'm beautiful.
I am the kind of person that do that. But on the flip side, when we talk about the action part, that I am going to get my ass up in the morning and do everything that we need to do, whether it be physical work, making sure that the studio is right for every other show that's here, coming down, cleaning up, working.
And see, that's why I don't mind the investment when
doing
it comes
all
to
of that
you,
stuff, right? Because the love that I have for you, I'm gonna come and give 100% and put my all into it.
But you've not always been that way.
No, I haven't. None of us have. People had to grow into that.
Right.
You had to grow into that.
I think you have gotten to a level of expressing your feelings in a sense where if you feel like I am willing to invest in your dreams, then the least you could do is give it 110%. And I think that took some growth with maturity. So 9 times out of 10, a lot of times, Daddy, when I'm expressing my feelings and I know it's something you really want or that you really want to do, it's not in my nature to really say no.
No, you never have, because you knew that I was going. If it was something that I really wanted, that I was going to chase it and go get it.
I had to learn that. I had to learn that.
Bottom
Sometimes
line.
before I said yes to stuff, baby, and really wanted to say no, and it just
Don't talk
you
about
know,
John
it faltered.
Casablanca.
But I've
Don't
done
talk
that.
about John
I've done
Casablanca.
that with Alexander. I've done that with our youngest.
But
you know?
that's how we are. That's how we are.
Right.
When we find something that we want to get behind and chase and put into it, that's what we're going to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you co-sign and we're not doing anything that's outside the realm of what we normally
Or
do
that can disrupt our family.
or disrupt the family, then we're going to support it and we're going to move
Right,
forward.
right.
But the one thing that you're not going to do is you're not going to give 100%.
Yeah.
You're not going to play and not give 100%.
Yeah, you're going to have to give 100%. And we kind of express that in a lot of ways. I mean, we express that in the things that we do, but we also express that with our words, Danny.
Yes.
You know, we're not afraid to tell each other. That's something I want our listeners to know. We're not afraid to tell each other when shit ain't right. Excuse my French.
You don't have to
You know,
apologize.
but
This our
we're not
station.
afraid to do that. And I think in the beginning you feel like you tiptoeing on lava rocks almost, but you got to know that the respect, it comes from really expressing yourself and who you are. I don't care if it's something down to the point where I asked you to do this, you didn't do it. I've learned that when I say do something, because I am the type of person that when I say do it, I do it, and I do it right away. I got to the point where I felt like everybody should be doing it when I ask, or should be doing it the same way that I do it, or quickly and getting it done. But I've gotten better with that. And I express myself differently. I try to remind you, and instead of me saying, I knew you weren't going to do it, I should have did it myself.
Right.
Because that's what I would have said in the past.
Right. Yes, you would have.
But I've gotten so much better with expressing that and putting faith in you that you can do it. And I think that's one of the attributes I kind of bring to our marriage and to our family. I want you to feel like you can do it. I don't want to always feel like I got to do everything. So in expressing myself,
Get it out.
I kind of give you room, you know, and I don't try to take over, because I used to try to take over. It was almost like you can't do it right, I'm going to do it.
Right. Or I couldn't do it without you.
Right.
And I had to quickly remind you that everything we got is because of me.
That's a lie.
Everything is because of
true.
me. I might play behind the scenes role and let Tasha take the front, because they asked, you know, in an interview, they asked me which side was my best side, and I stepped over and pointed at you.
Right.
But people do know I run this shit here.
Right. Then.
I run this house.
Okay.
Powers Ferry.
What house you run?
I ain't gonna tell our unit number on the
You better be glad.
thing.
You better be glad it ain't thunder and lightning outside, because you would have got struck.
No,
by
I
some
run this
lightning
thing.
for that light,
But
baby.
I think though, all in all, it takes time. It takes time, because you
Right.
mentioned it. I wasn't this way when we first met.
No.
I shouldn't be, because that's
Right.
been over 26 years.
You have grown
ago.
tremendously, and
So,
me too.
Everybody's not gonna be this way.
Right,
Hell,
right.
it took me. Well, we met 24, about 24. Hell, it took me 6 years to really realize when I turned 30 that, you know what, I am a
Grow
grown
up.
ass man.
Yes,
You know what I'm saying?
and I think we're past the point of getting even. We always try to be equal.
Yeah, there's
You
no
know,
getting even. I'm good with that.
We try our best to give each other space. We definitely respect each other. We definitely try to compliment each other's feelings, and we try to make sure that we're on the same page most of the time.
Right.
We don't. I mean, we
don't
can
agree.
never all the time.
We don't agree on everything, and that's okay.
Leslie said, "Let the truth set you free."
Leslie know what's up.
Yeah, she been around a long time.
She know what's up over here. Leslie, don't do that. I see you over there, Leslie. Don't make me call Facebook and block you. We're putting these comments out
I call
here.
Jeff Arn. Leslie run her house too. Let it be known.
But what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying.
No,
Oh
we
my
were
God.
saying that we've gotten to a point where we don't always agree. Is
No,
what you were
okay,
saying.
yeah. So we don't always agree,
Right.
you know, whether it's politics or spirituality or movies or dinner or whatever. But the one thing we do agree on is that we're both going to give our 100, give our all.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to express ourselves
Yes.
if we don't feel comfortable with
with the
situations.
situation.
Bottom line.
Bottom line. And that took some growth. I won't say that happened for us overnight, because there was a lot of times I felt like I was your yes girl for years.
And
I
I
said
felt-
yes to everything.
And I felt a lot of times that I was doing shit just to appease you, or let me rephrase
Right,
that.
right.
Not doing shit just to appease you.
right. You was trying to be good when
I
it
wa-
really wasn't in your nature.
Right. I was trying to put up this facade because last week or Monday, Christeria Lynn and attorney Cordell, they were talking about self-identity. And I was putting up this facade about, okay, I ain't really this hood dude from Southeast that love to get high and
I'm a good
hang
guy.
out. I'm a good guy. Yeah, I don't do that.
I'm a good guy.
I don't do what them
Yeah,
guys
you
over there
tricked me.
do.
You tricked
yeah, and
me
I
in the
tricked you.
beginning.
But what I realized that
You
why am
tricked
I covering up? Why
you
am
couldn't
I
you couldn't
covering
for
it
long
up?
because I'm a detective. I'm telling you, my former
You're
life,
not
I
a
worked for the
detective.
FBI.
Just because you watch detective shows does not make you an
NCIS,
FBI.
all of
Natasha.
them. Yeah, all of them.
But so stop. So stop. And I know it's easy to say,
Yeah.
but you have to get to a point
Go all
to
in.
where you're go all in.
Go all in.
Go
Be
all
you.
in. Yes.
Your spouse or your mate is either going to love you for who and what you are and accept you for who and what you are.
Let them
and
make
move
that
past
decision.
it. Yeah, right.
Let them make that decision
Right.
if they want to
Be
be with you
you.
or not.
Be you.
Because it's gonna be a hard battle
yes.
later on in life, later on in the
your
relationship,
marriage,
where
trying to be something you're not.
because honestly, if you put up with it back then,
Right.
you can't expect 5 years later for that person to change that
No.
situation. You
And that's
can't,
hard.
because
If you allowed it back then,
that was your fault.
that was your fault. And so you've got to be conscious about that, expressing your feelings, good, bad, or indifferent, because what you allow to happen will continue to happen.
It will continue.
Let's do some
So-
last words.
So express your
Daddy.
feelings. It's
Yeah,
fine.
express
Express your feelings right now.
I express my feelings. I love you. And I feel
That
like
was so mushy. That was not even necessary.
I feel like we've made tremendous strides. I love this podcast because I think it gives us a chance to, like we say, it's very and so I love the growth that we have in our relationship. I can't wait to see what's to come for us, because we've always been so geared towards kids, family,
Yep.
big, the whole family picture facade, and now it's just you and I pretty much.
Yep.
And so I'm looking forward to seeing how we carry this thing with just you and I to please, and just you and I to worry about, not to express our feelings to, and just you and I to, get equal and not even.
Yeah, I
That's
love it.
my last
that was
words.
that was a good job. All right, so as we wrap up today's show,
Yes.
tomorrow.
Love on each other.
Love
Got
on each
going
other.
on tomorrow, Daddy.
I don't know. I got a
It's
show tomorrow.
Thursday.
I got
Well,
a
we
show tomorrow.
love y'all.
Right?
Thank y'all for listening. Yes, you have a morning show tomorrow.
I'll be
Michael
here.
and Friends.
Mornings with Michael and Friends.
Mornings with Michael and Friends.
Power 108.9.
Power 108.9.
But in closing though, yeah, good stuff today.
Go all
and
in.
it's very, very therapeutic. And don't express your feelings to
Yes.
your partners.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
We
And
love y'all.
don't be tit for tat like
Yes.
Tasha did today. and if-
Sometimes you have to.
And if
You have
any-
to let them recognize what you bring to the table. I say that all the time.
And-
But try to stay even.
And if
equal.
anybody from the OWN network is watching, yeah, give us a call. Let us know if you want us to come to your show.
We will.
We will. But however, we ain't gonna be phony.
Love you too, Leslie.
We ain't gonna
No.
be trying to talk all proper.
No. Now I can bounce a little
I'm
bit.
not bouncing for nobody.
No. You
I
are
ain't bouncing for nobody.
about the realest of the realest.
Yeah.
But thank y'all. We
Hey,
love
we'll
y'all.
see
Thank y'all for listening.
Well,
Please
Amanda,
share,
Angel,
share,
yes.
share.
Next week,
share
we
a
got
lot.
a big show coming up.
Right?
Michelle Obama and Barack Obama will be here with
He
us.
lying. He lying. He lying. Love
We'll see
y'all.
y'all next week.
Bye. Mwah.
Why you say I was lying? Ain't no
You lying.
Michelle and Barack.
Peace and love. Good stuff. And